So now let us see the structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria are, these are oval green color structures present in cytoplasm of the cell. So where they are present? They are present in, so this is the cell, this is the cytoplasm of the cell. In the cytoplasm of the cell, these structures are present here. The oval shaped structures, these are present. So this is mitochondria. The term mitochondria is given by a scientist called Carl Benda. So this is the term given by Carl Benda. So he is the scientist who gave this name mitochondria. Then let us see the size of the mitochondria. These are 2 to 8 micron long. Micron means very small size, micron in length, and so the length is 2 to 8 microns. Then 0.5 micron width, 0.5 micron width. So this is the size of the mitochondria. And if you compare this mitochondria with nucleus, then so it is 150 times smaller than nucleus. So you know that in a cell here you have nucleus. So nucleus size is very bigger than mitochondria. So if you compare the size of nucleus and mitochondria, it is 150 times smaller than nucleus. Then number of mitochondria. See, in each cell, in different cells, the number of mitochondria is different. For example, in Chlamydomonas and Chlorella, only one mitochondria is present per cell. In case of Chlamydomonas and Chlorella. But in case of flight muscle cell of insect, flight muscle. So this is the name of the muscle. Flight muscle cells of insect. 5 lakhs mitochondria are present per one cell. So one cell contains 5 lakhs of mitochondria in case of flight muscle cells of insects. But in most of the eukaryotic cells, cell contains 100 to 150 mitochondria in case of eukaryotic cells. Now let us see the structure of mitochondria. Outer membrane. Then we have one more membrane. So it has two membranes. This is outer membrane and this is inner membrane. So two membranes. Mitochondria is made up of two membranes, outer and inner. And these parts are called as cristae. So these foldings like this, these are called as cristae. And inside this cristae, matrix is present. So this is matrix. Matrix is present inside the mitochondria. Now, what is the use of this mitochondria? See, mitochondria generate powerhouse of the cell. Why they are called as powerhouse of the cell? Because they participate in cellular respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is nothing but, see, when you are eating food, that food contains glucose. So what happens to this food? This group, with the help of oxygen, glucose is broken down to carbon dioxide and finally it releases energy. This energy is stored in mitochondria. Because energy is stored in mitochondria, this is called as powerhouse of the cell. Again, a quick review. These are oval green color structures which are present in cytoplasm of the cell. The term mitochondria is given by a scientist called Carl Brenda, and these are 2 to 8 micron long and 0.5 micron width. Means long from here, this is the length, width. So here to here, this is 2 to 8 micron long. From here to here, it is 0.5 micron width. Then 1 to 150 times, this is smaller when you compare with the nucleus. In Chlamydomonas and Chlorella, only one mitochondria is present per one cell. But whereas in flight muscle cells of insect, 5 lakhs of mitochondria is present per one cell. Then in most of the eukaryotic cells, 100 to 150 mitochondria are present per one cell. So this is the structure of mitochondria. Mitochondria is made up of two membranes. This is outer and inner. These foldings are called as cristae, and inside this cristae, a liquid content is called as matrix. They help in respiration and they store energy which is released during respiration. That's why they are called as powerhouse of the cell. Now let us learn about plastids. What are plastids? Plastids are membrane-bound organelles which are present in the cytoplasm of the cell. So this is a cell. This is cytoplasm. So in this cytoplasm, plastids are present. A oval shaped structures are present. So what are these? These are membrane bound organelles present in cytoplasm. So a membrane bound organelles which are present in the cytoplasm of the cell is called plastids. Plastids was first discovered, and the term plastid is given by a scientist called Haeckel. So discovered, and the term name is given by scientist called, who is the scientist who gave this name? This is given by Haeckel. So he is the scientist who discovered and who gave the name. Where these plastids are found? These are not found in all cells. These are absent in animal cell. We already discussed that. Now these are mostly found in plant cells and euglena. Found in plant cells and euglena. So these are found in plant cells as well as euglena. These plastids are two types, especially in plants. These are two types. Plastids are two types. They are leucoplasts and chromoplasts. So here leuco means colorless, generally white or colorless. So these are colorless and these are colorful. Chromoplasts are colorful. Colorless and these are colorful. So leucoplasts are mostly present in plant parts. So this is a plant. In this plant, leucoplast is present the parts of the plant which is below the ground. So these roots are below the ground. So this is a root which is below the ground, which is not exposed to sunlight. So leuco, and you can see here this is colorless part. Root is colorless part. So leucoplasts are colorless and they are present in a plant part which is below the ground, which is not exposed to sunlight. Chromoplasts, they are present in a plant part which is above the ground. See, this is stem, branches, leaf, flower, fruit. Everything is above the ground and this is exposed to sunlight. And these are colorful. you might have seen different colors of fruit, different colors of flowers, and different colors of leaves also. So these colors, different colors are present because of chromoplast. So here these are below the ground and these are present in the plant parts which are above the ground. Above the ground, or we can say which are exposed to sunlight. Here example is root, potato, which is underground. So these are leucoplast. Whereas chromoplast example is stem, leaf, flower, fruit. So these are the examples of chromoplast. These chromoplasts are further divided into three types. This leucoplast is also further divided into three types, but we are not going to discuss here because that is not included in your syllabus. Now, if you see chromoplast, these are divided into three types. They are chloroplast, pheoplast, and rhodoplast. These are the three types of divisions. Write the divisions here. These are of three types. One is chloroplast. We are going to study only chloroplast because that is included in your syllabus, and where other two are not included. So next one is pheoplast, and third one is rhodoplast. So these are the three types of chromoplast. So chloroplast, they are green in color. They are green in color. These are brown color. These are red. Why they are green in color? Because they have a pigment called chlorophyll. They are green in color because of chlorophyll. This is a pigment which is present in chloroplast. That's why they are green in color. Because chloroplast is present in leaf and young stem, that's why even they look green in color. So most of the leaves, they look green in color because of chloroplast. Why chloroplast? In chloroplast, chlorophyll pigment is present, which makes the things green in color. That is the reason why most of the leaves, they look green in color. And next, pheoplast. Pheoplast are brown in color. The reason is xanthophyll and fucoxanthin. Because of xanthophyll, this is one substance, and next one is fucoxanthin. Chloroplasts are red in color because of phycoerythrin. Because of phycoerythrin. So because of this substance, they are red in color. Because of this substance, they are brown in color. Because of this substance, like this pigment, this is green in color. Here example is leaf and young stem. Here example is brown algae, and here example is red algae. So we are going to discuss about chloroplast now. Let us see one activity on chloroplast. Activity. Aim. To observe chloroplast in rheolith. So observing chloroplast in rheolith, that is our aim. Then let us see the apparatus is nothing but materials required to conduct this activity. To perform this activity, what are the materials are required? So materials like slide, cover slip, then water, microscope, leaf. These things are required. Procedure. Now in procedure, take a rheolith. Now this is a leaf. This is not a real leaf, but this is a leaf. Now what you have to do, think this is a real leaf, or you can see chloroplast in any leaf. So this is a leaf. So you tear it, the upper peel of this, and what you do is you keep this peel on a slide. So a slide is a small rectangular thin transparent glass material. So keep this real leaf here, a small piece of leaf you keep here. After that you have to place a cover slip on this. So this is a cover slip. After that, observe this under microscope. What you will observe if you observe under microscope? Your observation. So a small granule, a green color granules are found in cytoplasm of the cell. So this is the cell. This is the cytoplasm of the cell. In this cytoplasm of the cell, a disc or a oval shaped structures are seen. These are very small granular structures are seen. So a quick review here. So in this activity, our aim is to observe chloroplast in real leaf. Materials are, what are the materials are required here? Slide, cover slip, water, microscope and leaf. So take a leaf and tear it in a single stroke and take the upper peel of it and place it on a slide. Pour a few drops of water, then cover this with a cover slip and keep under microscope and adjust the microscope. Then what we observe? We observe small green granules which are present in cytoplasm of the cell, and these green granules are nothing but chloroplast. Now let us see one more activity on chloroplast. Now in this activity, we have to observe chloroplast in algae. So we have to observe chloroplast in algae. In algae. We observe chloroplast in algae. Generally, in algae, chloroplasts are arranged as ladder or star, spiral or reticulate shape. So they are arranged in different shapes in algae. Materials which are required is slide and we need algae also. So where you will find these algae? You can find this algae under the tank, which are green structure, which are laid on that, which are growing, green color things which are growing in our tanks. Or we can, if you go to the pond, we can collect algae from there also. So collect some algae. So we required algae for our experiment. Now let us see the procedure. The procedure is very simple. Take a slide. On this slide, place small piece of algae which are green in color, and so generally these algae are green in color, so I am mentioning it with green color. So think this is an algae. Now on this you place one cover slip. Cover slips are small rectangular transparent piece. Now what you have to do? Observe this under microscope. Observe under microscope. What do you observe? We observe, this is our observation. Now let us see the structure of chloroplast. Couple of minutes. Let us see the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast was discovered by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. So, Antony van Leeuwenhoek has discovered this, and this chloroplast term or the name is given by Skimper. This term is given by a scientist called Skimper. He is the scientist who gave this name. Now, generally these are oval or cup-shaped structures which are present in the cytoplasm of the cell. And the size of the chloroplast is, generally size is 4 to 10 micron in length. They are 4 to 10 micron in case of plants. And let us come to the number. Only one chloroplast is present per one cell. In case of green algae contains only one chloroplast per one cell. That is about green algae. Then about Spirogyra. In Spirogyra, 16 chloroplasts are present per one cell. In case of higher plants, 20 to 40 chloroplasts are present per cell in case of higher plants. In case of Chara, 500 are present. In case of Chara, 500 chloroplasts are present per one cell. So, in different cell, the number is different. In green algae, only one chloroplast is present per one cell. In case of Spirogyra, 16 chloroplasts are present in only one cell. In plants, one cell contains 20 to 40 chloroplasts. In Chara, one cell contains 500 chloroplasts. Now, let us see the small diagram of the chloroplast. So, generally, these are a cup-shaped structures, or we can say oval-shaped. These are made up of two membranes. This is outer membrane, and these are inner membrane. And inner membrane, they have stalks of thylakoid. So these structures are this is outer membrane, and these are thylakoid. This one is thylakoid, and this all together is called as grana. So we call it as granum. One is granum. All these are called as grana. And this inside liquid part is called as stroma. This liquid part is stroma. So, what is the use of this chloroplast? They help in photosynthesis. How they help? See, this one compartment is called as thylakoid. They are called as thylakoid. And all these thylakoid together we call it as granum. So in this thylakoid there are nearly 20 to 40 chloroplasts are present. So these chloroplasts, they have chlorophyll. This chlorophyll, they trap sunlight. What they do? They trap sunlight. This chlorophyll, which is present in thylakoid, they trap sunlight and they convert solar energy into chemical energy, which helps in synthesis of food, preparation of food. Based on today's topic, your homework is write the structure of mitochondria, draw the diagram of mitochondria, and write the structure of chloro.